Yeah, so fine. So let's start with this. Meenu, you're able to hear me? Hello?
Hello?
You're
Yeah, I can
okay.
hear you properly.
Okay, fine. So yeah, let me talk about myself. I'm Krishna. I have total of 13 years of experience in Oracle HRMS. Ever since my career
Mm-hmm.
started, my experience also 13 years only. Ever since my career started, I am on HRMS only. Currently, I'm working in some MNC. I joined this MNC around some 10 plus years back. Around this is 11th year running. And earlier than I was
Mm-hmm.
working in a small company. When I was in the small company, I was working on these advanced benefits and other small things like time and labor, something, some their own specific applications which are integrated with Oracle application and Oracle workflow, OA framework, all those things I used to work those days. But later when I moved to this
Okay.
new organization, I was working on this again much into core payroll HR side. So from past 8 years plus, I am working on payroll basically. So Oracle payroll, and I'm exclusively working on UK specific payroll. Okay, payroll that too. Every country will have their own payroll rules. Like for India, taxation rules
Mm-hmm.
different from you for US and UK
Yes,
also will be
exactly.
likewise. So for UK, for every country, there will be some different rules basically taxation or legislative requirement which are called statutory requirement. So we my task is to work for UK. So I'm from around past 8.5 years I'm working for UK. Now I started this
Mm-hmm.
online training around 5 years back, close to 5 years. So before that I was
Mm-hmm.
giving some internal training classes, but later I was like upon my friend's suggestion and all, I started this online training. Ever since I started online training, I was giving training on only two batches. For only two batches, one is weekdays and the other is weekend batches. Weekdays batch will be usually at around 7:30 a.m. IST Indian time, and which will be for
Mm-hmm.
only 1 hour, 7:30 to 8:30, because I also have to go to office. So 7:30 to 8:30 daily 1 hour, Monday to Thursday, 4 hours per week. Okay, and weekend batch will be Saturday and
Okay.
Sunday, 2 hours based on the flexibility of our the entire batch students time. Generally, it will be around 11 to 1, but sometimes the students are me myself will have some works. So that those kind of days now will change the timings based on the requirements. Okay, that all will plan based on the batches. Otherwise, the weekends 2 days, each day 2 hours. So otherwise weekdays now for the 4 days, each day 1 hour. So either it's a weekdays batch or a weekend batch. Per week we are going to cover up 4 hours. Okay, Meenu, please go on mute here. Some background noise is there.
Sure.
Thanks. So either way, it will be 4 hours per week. So that's about my thing. My entire course content takes around 35 hours average. If you take some intelligent people who are all existing in the batch, right? If all of them are sharp fellows, then it will be around 32 hours. Some dull, weak guys will be there in some batches. So those times it will be around 40 hours drag to. So average, if you take around 35 hours, the entire session complete. So that means if you put right 8 weeks per week, 4 hours, either weekdays or weekend batch, it will be 8 weeks. So that means around 2 months. Generally, I say 2 months only, but before that only we'll try to finish because of taking some extra timings and all whenever time is allowed. Or for weekdays also requesting for a weekend time if at all everyone is possible. And weekend batches extending sometimes instead of 2 hours taking 3.5 hours when everyone is available like that. So even everyone wants to close complete it early, right? So maximum I say maximum time will be 2 months to my knowledge. So less than that only will complete. That's about my training timings. Next. The 3 4 points I wanted to request before that. First, she said total as around 7 to 8 points I will highlight here. One is about my experience. Second point, what I was saying about my timing. Third point, what I am saying is, yeah, that two requests are there. One first request is, please attend other demos. I don't know how many other demos you have attended earlier, but my request, sincere request is to attend other demos, other guys, there are many trainers probably in the market. So please attend other trainers demos as well, so that you can evaluate the trainer, you can gauge the trainer, because many of the times what will happen, you'll attend some trainer and just because of his English fluency or something show offs and all, probably even myself also will tend to pay the fee and join that. Later we realize ourselves that again this guy looks not to be a real time. We are not having that much expertise as how much he has projected in demo day. So all those problems will occur here in the online training. This is the most what do you call known issue basically. So my point is, as a standard for every of my student who will attend my demo, I request them to attend at least 4 5 demos, spend a week time if needed, but anyway demos will be free. Then evaluate the trainer who among all the demos you attended, which trainer has more knowledge, which trainer can satisfy your requirement. So you have to pay that guy only and join that batch, because if you pay to different guy without attending demos, right, you will again in future, if for some reason if he's not satisfying you, then you will curse yourself that unnecessarily I made it, he can never make me happy, unnecessarily join like that. Moreover, you lose two things very importantly. One is precious time, the other money. Both are very important to us. So let us not make that mistake. So attend other demos, then only take a call. That is my first request. That way, suppose there are two benefits if you attend demos and multiple demos and join. Because even if you are not satisfied at any point of time mid of the course, right, then you won't be cursing yourself, because you have evaluated other trainers, then you found this so particular X trainer is the best trainer. Then if X trainer only not making satisfied for one point, you won't be repenting much, because other trainers would have not even satisfied that much, right? So that way you will be every time happy till the course ends. So that is from your side. And suppose even after attending 4-5 demos, if you still join my session, right, my course, then I will be happy that okay, still I am the outstanding trainer in the market, because students only confirming that. So that way I will also have more enthusiasm to train you better there. So that is my first request. Second request is I just said daily 1 hour, I will tell, right, weekdays and weekends 2 hours. So my sincere request is you attend the training only in the period where you can do little bit practice on that one. See, it is not something C or Java language wherein you can get a notes and you can go whenever you want, or 3 months or 4 months down the line you can practice. No, it is not that way. It is some functional knowledge we are going to. It's a purely functional. Functionality means like storytelling basically. So when you need to understand so many, the sequence, like every step sequence you should remember, you should understand, you should get hands on that. So for that, what I'm not expecting some 10 hours daily practice. No, it is humanly impossible. Being real-time employees, daily doing practice also not possible. I know that. But my request is, for everyone, some peak times will be there in a project. So those times at least you don't attend any training, because this expects some kind of practice. How much practice I'm expecting here? As I said, 35 hours of training time. So I'm expecting from you guys also 35 hours of practice only. With that only, that much only I can expect. More than that, I'm not expecting. If you do that, it will be farther better. No problem, nothing wrong in that. But minimum expectation is that much. So when am I expecting it? Today, if I take 1 hour session, try to spend today only 1 hour. But for various reasons, if you couldn't, right? Then this 4 weeks, 4 days in a week, right, this 4 hours thing, at least by weekend you try to finish up. So it will be in cache memory, so that you will recollect everything whatever we discussed on the session day, at least within a week time if you revise. Then you practice the same thing in the weekend, at least the 4 hours of time only, not more than that. Then you will get more benefit out of that. If you don't do practice for 2-3 months, if you sit simply listening and going home, and then finally, right, after 3 months, if you try to open up, majority of the things will be question mark for you. Why? Because obviously it's human nature. So that is what second request. Attend the training, any training, be it mine or other. Just a suggestion I can give, right? Nothing wrong in giving suggestion out of my experience. So please attend the training only if you can do little bit of practice. I'm not expecting too much practice. And these are two requests I wanted to make. Maybe then another point what I want to highlight is, see, one thing is there are many trainers in the market. So many trainers in the market. I don't have any like a negative. I don't want to give any negative impression and all. But myself, what I want to make is a trustworthy trainer in the market. So if on the demo day, what all I am committing, you should be very much convinced that the last day also that yes, trainer, you gave me full training whatever you committed in the demo day. That is what the commitment I want to get from everyone. So that is what the feedback I want to retrieve from you guys. So I want to make it more trustworthy sessions only. So it is not like something get the money and say something, so give all false promises and show big 70mm movie in the demo day, and at the end of the day nothing you will get. So that's how I don't want to get into it all. So whenever you go, wherever you go, you should refer my name to others, so that is among all the trainers I found this trainer to be the good trainer, or more trustworthy, or more reliable trainer. Like that I want to get good name from you. So let me try to make it more trustworthy only. Nothing like we are not here to like show you something and at the end nothing you will get. So it won't be like that. Okay, that way I'm ensuring myself that I won't at least get into that kind of mode. Okay, so these few things I wanted to say. Next, then if you go on to topics, I will just okay, before I share my screen, I will talk 2-3 more minutes. First point, the fifth or sixth point, whatever I can say is, there are many trainers in the market. Whenever you join any training, Oracle HRMS training, there are around 13 modules. 13 modules in HRMS. Like if you take now Oracle Advanced Benefits, as Gajaran said, Oracle Advanced Benefits, I recruitment, OTL, sorry, performance management, compensation workbench, along with core HR, core payroll, and self-service HR. So likewise, there are so many things, right? Out of these things, 13 modules, many of the trainers will say that 6 to 7 modules, at least some people say 7 to 8 modules, they'll train you in their content. That is what mostly I heard. Wherein 78 modules, for example, okay, take 6 to 7 modules, and their time will be maximum 40 to 50 hours is what they say. To my little knowledge, what I can say is this. So in 40 to 50 hours, 6 to 7 modules means it is something like per module, if you put around 7 to 7 hours like that, correct? 7 by 7, 7 into 7, 49 hours. Maximum 50 hours if you put also, it will be around 7 hours. So to my mind, what I feel is something, I feel something like in 7 hours of time, what you can teach in a module like advanced benefits, maybe Gajana knows, in 7 hours of thing, what we can learn in entire advanced benefits. When you are paying money, when you are attending a course, you should get some more idea, right? It should not be something like a basic idea or overview, so that you will get, then you will go through the documents and read through. So maybe again, I did not to blame any other trainer in the market, with full and due respect to all the trainers in the market. My interest is, at least to me, let me not get into that mode of giving you a highlights of a module, but instead I am planning to give you a detailed knowledge, whatever to the best of my 8.5 years expertise in payroll, whatever I learned, whatever I understood, those all I try to put in my content. And I thought, okay, I'll give them more and more knowledge, so that if you go out and attend any interview, if you are, there is another 2 years real time, 2 years only, I'm not saying for 4-5 years, if a 2 years real time employee who worked on same Oracle payroll comes to an interview and you also go there, then definitely I feel that you can perform better than him. So that way I built my content, entire content I prepared like that. So each and everything which I felt like important, which all I feel that okay, this all my students should know, I put in my content. Yeah. Now, so in 3 modules only I will be training. I will not be giving training on other modules. So that is the reason wherein I want to give more and more deeper knowledge in those 3 modules. The 3 modules being core HR, self-service HR, and payroll. These 3 modules. Next, the 3 modules, what am I going to say for 30-35 hours I said, right? What is that? So that's what again I'm reiterating. I wanted to give more and more details in these modules. It is not like a master of none, jack of all. It is something like, I cannot say you will become a master of these 3 modules. I may not say that, but what I can say is you'll get more and more detail. So for that reason, I put around 102 topics in my content here. Out of these 3 modules, I listed 102 topics. Now let me share my screen. You're able to see my screen, Basha?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Krishna, I'm able to see you.
Yeah, thanks. Now, so this is the document I was saying. So in this document, I was just listed, I said, so system administration, and then core HR. This is core HR. Then core payroll. Then self-service HR. These 3 are the model, and system administration is something common. Now, I will go through it one by one. If you see here, this is just introduction. Okay, we'll anyway talk about that. But then, what is the system administration component is? It is not a functional model. The 3 model that I said is not system administration. It is something like a collection of all the common components which are there in Oracle application, which everyone needs to know, irrespective of being an Oracle HRMS functional guy or supply chain guy or financial guy, whoever it is, they must know these concepts. Wherein, if you Gajanan, you might be knowing, and Basha also will know this. So creating users, roles and responsibilities, and custom menus, how to create functions, request group, concurrent programs, concurrent request sets, SRS, even using SRS, the standard report submission window, profiles, lookups, value sets, flex fields. So everything like one by one, as if you are fresher, college passed out. If you want to know all these things, how you will be taught in school or college, like that we'll learn one by one, how to do, where to do. See, it doesn't mean again everything will create freshly, but wherever we need to create freshly, we'll create freshly. Wherever we need to refer to the previous things and go on, we will go on like that. But entire whatever is the content is, right. So this will let you an understanding of how Oracle application works in system administration. Basic ingredients of Oracle applications are would be taught in system administration component. Okay. Then core HR. For example, here if you see now, then in system administration I put 19 topics. core HR 19 topics. In payroll I put 45 topics. Self-service I put 14 topics, being smallest module. So this is how it accumulating to around 102 points. Now I will start with a small detail. Suppose most of all of us are from Hyderabad, India only. So everyone knows Tata. So Tata is a very much big, what do you call, an organization, or you can say enterprise, or anything you can say. Okay. So business lead in the India at least. So the Tata assume that Hyderabad, they do not have their business established or expanded in Hyderabad. Now they want to come down to Hyderabad and expand their business. Then what do? They'll come to one company, software professional, some software IT development or IT services company. They'll reach out their business person saying that we want to expand our business in Hyderabad. Now that means what? For example, the deal is okay. The bid amount and all met, satisfied each other. Then finally it is settled. Okay, that got finalized. Now the Tata people come to you, your boss, saying that okay, we need some implementer to implement Oracle applications for us in Hyderabad. Now then your boss will come to you and say that okay, for example, we'll take Basha, like Tata want to expand in Hyderabad, and now I want you to go and gather the requirements and start implementing it. That's where the business starts, right? Then you will next day you'll go to the Tata office, for example, and then you will start gathering the requirements. I'm trying to make it very simpler version. There will a lot will happen, but let us get into the direct details at the early, even shortest way. Okay, so you'll go to Tata office and start gathering the requirements. First, you will ask in Hyderabad branch you want to expand, right? Fine. So how many locations you want to have your offices? Then he may say 3 locations: Madhapur, Gachibowli, and Secunderabad. Fine. In your mind, you'll think that okay, I have to create 3 locations. Then out of these 3 locations, anything will be a kind of headquarter, or each will be working independently. Then they may say, no, Madhapur branch will be headquarter, and Gachibowli and Secunderabad branches will be our normal organizations. Okay. So basically, for the people, Delhi and Pune people who doesn't know about Hyderabad, these 3 are the locations, and Madhapur, Gachibowli, and Secunderabad are the locations, different places in Hyderabad. Okay. Now, then you will think that okay, Madhapur will be business group, and the other 2 will be simple organizations which will be reporting to Madhapur business group. Then you will ask total how many employees you want to recruit. You want to have in these 3 branches. For making it simply I will say 1,000 employees. Okay, then you will say okay, 1,000 employees have to create. Then what kind of operations you want to perform? Is it something in manufacturing you want to establish in Hyderabad, or sales unit, or distribution unit, or something like accounts payable, accounts receivable, like that, those kind of software things you have to implement? What all? Then you will say nothing like that. We simply want to have some IT people recruited there. So all 3 officers will be for IT sector. So for our simplicity, we are making like that. Then you'll think that okay, 1,000 employees have to create, all based on IT. Fine. Then you will ask, out of 1,000 employees, what are different flavor of employees? What kind of employees? Then they will say 800 employees will be IT professional, pure IT professionals, which will do hands-on software professional. Then other 150 will be housekeeping people like security and other all the activities will be there, right? And what do you call technicians and all. Then the other 50 members will be like kind of managerial lines and managers, vice presidents, directors, likewise. Okay, so that's also, then you will understand there are total 3 different kind of people. One is 800 IT people, 150 like daily wage kind of employees, and other 50 are managerial lines. You will keep that in mind. You will keep on recording all of. Then you will ask in 800 software professional, what all that is. So you will think in mind that okay, then I have to create a job called software professionals for which will be assigned to 800 employees. Okay, then you will ask out of these 800 professionals, what are the different positions or levels you want. So basically there is a simple clear-cut difference between job and position. If you go out in the market, many people may not answer you correctly. Some people will say that job is used in the commercial side and positions are used in the public sector side. That are all wrong definitions for that. So position is a simple, position is a step in a job. So you'll ask that what are different type of positions in a job. Then they will say out of 800 employees, we will have only 3 positions. One is software engineer, the other is senior software engineer, the other is project leads. Then you will think that okay, I have to create one job called software engineers, and then position will be software engineer and senior software engineer second position, third will be project lead. Okay, or job you can name it as software professional, position you can name it as software engineer, senior software engineer, project lead. That's how the difference. So you keep on gathering the requirement. Then you will ask out of these 3 positions, anyone will report to anyone, or all 3 will be like independent entities. Then they'll say no, software engineers and senior software engineers intern will report to project leads, and then this project leads will report to managers. So different line. Like then you'll think that so the position hierarchy I have to create between software engineer, senior software engineers and the project lead. Then you'll think then the managerial line, like there'll say some managers, senior managers, and director, senior director, vice president, like that. They'll keep on gathering the record. Let us not get into too many details in any line. Yeah, that is about the jobs and positions you'll gather. Then you'll ask how frequently you want to pay these employees. Then you may say very important point. You may say 800 employees, IT employees, once in a month I want to pay. But this 150 employees, though they are daily wage employees, but I want to pay them weekly. And this managerial line, right, 15 days, once in 15 days I want to pay. Then in your mind you'll think that okay, there are 3 different payrolls I have to create. One is weekly for daily wage employees, bi-weekly for managerial line employees, and third is for monthly for the software professionals. 3 payrolls you have to create. Likewise, you'll keep on gathering the requirement. Then you will come down to your office after maybe a month time down the line. Then you will start creating the setup. Then here in our sessions what we'll learn is we will create a fresh business group. Nothing will be there in the system as if Tata is really coming to Hyderabad. How you will create, like that we will create a business group, but the name of the business will be something like Basha BGA, something, any student name I'll take first 2 letters of student name, or MS business group, like that we will create one. Then there will be some security aspect, like one manager should see his own report is, I should not say other employee data, likewise, right? So there are 2 different security models in Oracle application. Probably Gajana knows it. One is the standard security model, which is there from years together, so many 10-15 years. That is what old model. Then some 3-4 years back they came up with a new model called security groups enabled security model. So those 2 models will see what is the significance of that, all that. So that's what I'm saying. It is not just to get you an highlight of that one, but everything to best of my knowledge, what all I know. 2 models are there, why I will say only one I can say and go on. But why I am saying, because if you go for an interview, they may ask, are you aware of this security group? Then you should not think that Abba, my trainer didn't give me this knowledge. No, we will talk what is the need. That takes some 1 hour time. Still, we will talk on that. What is the need for the new model? What is the advantage of the new model? What way it is different? All that we will talk. So overview of security aspects in HRMS, assigning security profile and linking responsibility, all that. Then we'll start about creating a new location. How we'll create one by one here. Everything will create new location, new organizations and hierarchy, as I said, and job when position hierarchy, grade, and then we will one by one will create. Gajanan went offline here for some reason. Let us wait for him a moment, okay? Anyway, let us not wait for him yet. Let's continue because anyway this theory one, right? So one by one we'll start on this one. So then what will happen once it is done? One moment. Hello, Gajanan. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Gajanan, what happened? Any issue with network?
Hello.
Hello, Gajanan.
Yeah, something like.
You are able to hear me now?
I'm able to hear you.
Okay. So fine, yeah, you are online now. That's what. In case of any,
yes, I'm able to hear you.
Fine, no problem. Okay. Yeah, please go on mute only. Then we'll see how to. Then now we'll see how to create an employee. So then after that, how to create an employee. Like there are so many details. We'll talk about employee creation. Then once employee is created, like you can see that address, picture, and a number. But I don't want to get into too many details in demo. Yeah. Then again creating an assignment, because I said, right, I work for UK payroll, because UK payroll is to my knowledge, right, in the entire Oracle applications, EB's application, second largest customer base we have is for UK payroll only. So US is the number 1 because US has US, Canada and Mexico together, but UK is the second largest customer base. So I am working for that UK, so I know many of the issues from different customers, how they work, how they their kind of issues and all. So they'll have something multiple assignment concepts. So I can work in one organization from the morning to afternoon and afternoon to evening, second organization. So multiple assignment. Then there will be how do we aggregate the earnings, how do we aggregate the deductions, all those things for UK. So very complex things and all we were working on. So those all things I think that will really help me to give you more and more knowledge in these areas. So how to just not creating an assignment. Assignment is kind of work. So employee creation will not talk anything about work related, like what kind of job, what kind of grade, position, all that. It will not talk anything on that. Employee creation will talk about these personal things, like as you have seen, address, picture, these dependents and all, qualification, phone numbers, all these details. But when it comes to work related details, this assignment thing talks about. So they'll see if it's in an organization, job, position, grade, all this. We'll talk one by one on that. So then there ends our HR. Then we'll go to payroll, defining a new payroll, and we'll create a new payroll. And then I can say multiple payment methods I want to have. So for example, I can say simple balance bank transfer I want to enable in my organization, or check and bank transfer I want to do, or cash also some companies want to encourage, right? So how do we create multiple payment methods? First thing, what is a payment method? What is the organization payment method and personal payment method? All that we'll talk. And then elements. Elements is the basic ingredient. That's what I was saying. Elements is the key for us. So with the element only, everything will work in payroll. Basically, if it is talk at a very high level. So for on this topic, we'll talk around 3 to 4 hours here on the elements and element links related topics. 3 to 4 hours we'll sit on that because so important. And again, this topic is in a global value. We'll talk around 10 minutes only. Very simple topic. So my point of interest here is from the biggest to biggest topic to smallest to least topic also I try to put in that, so that somewhere you should never see that okay, something I missed, this I don't know, that I don't know. No, it shouldn't be there for my student. Likewise, then if you see as Gajanan said, fast formulas. That's what here we have, this fast formula, detailed explanation on fast formulas. So it is like I don't see any other thing. After this one, you can write any big kind of fast formula. There is nothing great in that. It's a very simple plain English coding. Fast formula is called. We will talk on that. And then PY and architecture, because I am a techno-functional analyst here, I am a techno-functional guy. So out of my technical expertise, I try to put few of the technical things also, though it is not needed to put in my content. But why I put? Because you should have more deeper knowledge. So for example, if you say payroll is run, payroll means the payments will be calculated. Simply put, my earnings and deductions will be calculated and my final figure is computed. That is payroll die. Then after that, something prepayment will be there. Prepayment will split the amount into 70-30. For example, I have some court order to
Krishna, Gajanan here.
Yes, Gajanan. Yes, Gajanan.
Krishna, Gajanan here.
Yeah.
Just give me 2 minutes. Meantime, you can continue. Actually, I'm facing some problem. I'll just reconnect it. I will just reconnect to the session.
No problem. I'll wait
just
for you.
Just give me 2 minutes. I'll reconnect to the session.
I'll wait for you, Gajanan. Okay, come back. I'll wait for you.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
So let's wait for him for 2 minutes. Hello, Gajanan. Hello. Hello. Not able to hear me? Hello, Gajanan.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Now is it clear? Your problems got resolved?
Yeah, it is resolved.
Good here. Okay, so let's continue. So as I was saying, so from element links to global values, everything, and PY and architecture I was saying, right? So when a payroll is run, it will simply calculate, and prepayment what it will do, it will suppose 10,000 is salary for me. Now I have some court order that I am divorced and my wife I have to give my wife a 30% payment of my earnings every month. That's a court order. So 30% I have to transfer to her account. That's I'll create one payment method as for that. 30% to her bank account and 70% to my check. To my account, I want it as a check. So two payment methods I'll attach to my employer. Then prepayment will split the 10,000 of amount to 7,000 and 3,000 accordingly. Then that is about second program. Then there will be some third program called, they're generally called as external programs like bank transfer or check writer as well. So though when the third process is also run, then what will happen, this 3,000 will be deposited to her account and 7,000 will be given to me as a check. So this is done. After this, I want to delete the payroll. Suppose assume that I am actually supposed to get $1,000 only this month, but a payroll clerk wrongly entered 10,000. In that case, what will happen? So that is gone out of the company's hands, right? 10,000 is already transferred to the accounts. Now, what way we can get it back is there are multiple ways. So, but it's a payroller may simply try to delete the payroll transaction, which is already processed. But application will not allow because amount is already transferred. There are some second processes run, and then on top of the third process also run. You cannot delete the first process. So that is incorrect. So inconsistency of data will happen in that case. So for that reason, application will not allow you to delete. So how it is organized is using pre-version architecture. There is something called interlace architecture. So there is a lot to talk on that. So I can simply say you cannot delete when payroll is run, then to post second process is run, third process is run, you cannot delete first process. But it is not that way. But simply you cannot delete will not make my student complete. Instead, why you cannot delete is what I am going to teach. What is stopping you to delete is interlace architecture. So if you see here, interlace architecture is some beautiful feature. With that, application is taking care that you cannot delete any previous process if future process have run for that employee. Likewise, so for that you need to know assignment process results, what do you call assignment action, payroll action, little here and there. I added some few technicalities, though you don't need it as strictly speaking from a functional perspective, but knowing all these details will definitely put you in a positive corner. Okay, so that is what I wanted to put in this, and many other support things. There are so many things here. Like SAT, CATs, there are some different flavor of KFFs and DFFs in HRMS. So what are they? What way they are different? So if you see now SAT versus CAT, there will be some 13 differences I put for each of them. Likewise, then there are some other supporting concepts called costing process, absence management, accrual and PTO processing, proration, retro pay, BE and all. So these all I try to put from payroll perspective. Then from self-service, if you see now, there is self-service employee, I will be doing some transactions every day. So say from self-service, what I will do, I will see my personal data, I will update my data, I will apply for leaves, I will try to put my competency details here and there whenever I wanted. So all those additional things, what I do from self-service side, now those all I put in the self-service employee self-service side, that topic. And then if you see absence management, I can see my payslip all that. And my manager can see my data and along with my team members data also because he is my manager. So what all data you can see all those things you'll see from a manager self-service. Then there is some beautiful concept called personalization, where suppose I'm working for a company, that company Oracle has given some self-service page forms, okay, self-service forms to be shown to the every end user. Okay, now the self-service forms will be shown like Oracle has given something called employee name in the self-service page, for example. But in my company, employees are not called as employees, instead they will be called as vendors. So my employer, my company owner wants to make it from employee to vendor in the self-service page. There are two options for him. First, he recruited a guy who knows OA framework knowledge and who has OA framework knowledge expertise and who can play with the file. So he has to download the pg.xml and then view files and all AM, whatever in the controller files based on the requirement. So all the technicalities, whoever knows those files, he has to fetch from the Oracle given path. So middle tier they have to fetch it and then they make the changes, code changes and do that one. That is one way. Again, if there is new patch applied, these changes will go for task. Again, he has to do that one. So that is tedious job. Instead, Oracle has given a feature called personalization, wherein no technicality is needed. Anyone who has zero knowledge on technicality can still make some changes. This kind of UI changes, hiding and ordering, sorting things and all. These small things you can make using personalizations only. So out of my technical interest, though it is definitely not related to functional training, but I put in this my content so that you will get this knowledge also. So this is how I was saying, right? Like I wanted to make it like more trustworthy. I try to put my best of my efforts, which all I know in my 8.5 years of expertise in payroll and all. I try to put all the content. So that is about my content. Now, two more points I will talk and then I'll give it to you. Now, first point is after that. Next important point is just I was saying, right? These many times I try to put every details, try to put all that. Now there are many trainers in the market. Almost all the trainers in the market will provide the recording of the training, recording of every session. But I am very sorry, I will not be providing any recording. The simple reason being, I have put my heart and soul to prepare this content, and after that I am trying to give you full knowledge how much ever you want with various examples, so many details in my 30-35 hours of time. So these things I do not want to make it freely available overnight. If I give it this recording, maybe down the line 6 months, I have to see one day that my recording is visible on YouTube or internet. So which I do not want to happen. So ever since I started my training, I never gave this recording to anyone else. So I will not be giving. Okay, that is very important point. Now, how will I ensure that this entire knowledge, again, see it is common human tendency to forget things. Maybe 3 months down the line you may want to refer to one topic which we talked today. Definitely you may not recollect everything if you review it to 3 months later. And then how do you recollect? Then for that, though it is not exactly same, but I try to give a different way wherein for every batch, if you see, this is my students folders. Yeah, one batch I had to, initial days I was having one student also, many times I gave. Here also, if at all, sometimes rarely I give still one, but nowadays luckily I'm getting 3-4 guys at least per batch. Okay, so if you see current batch, this one is going on. You see when I updated 24th July, 3-4 day weekend batch this. So Sunday I think, correct. So now if you see, this is the notes. In these notes, I try to put everything in sense, what all important points we'll talk about, though it is setup steps or sequence of steps or important points to note down or some reference names, all those things I put in my notes. You need not write anything, these notes will be there and I will be updating. See, this is the latest note which I have it with me now. So for your batch now, if at all you 3 join, for example, I'll create one more folder called OLT with your name and I'll copy the notes with your name. And that notes I'll keep on referring. In case if any one of you needs more data, I'll edit that notes and that latest notes will be keep on passing it to you. First day you join my content, my course, I'll give you this notes. Okay, this notes what it contains, all the details that I will daily talk, right? All these things will have. So let us not get into too many details of that. Yeah, already we are crossing 1 hour. For simply, I'll tell you about some important points in the note. See, this is 11 key plate skills are there in HR and payroll together. HR 8, payroll 3. This all will talk. Then when we talk about that, we can refer to this one. So it is, this is what I'm saying. And say setup steps. When you create a business group like this, application developer, create the structures and our segments are all KFF like that. Below some more detail like that. So then this thing, if you see for example, absences, create an information element of non-recurring type, enter any input value of type days, create a link for this element, navigate to application developer, application like that. So details and based on the requirement, for small thing I cannot make 20 lines, right? For accruals if you see, right, 13 points are there I think, okay, 13 setup steps. For proration if you see, I prepared big notes, 1-page document kind of thing, if you see. These are my details for proration, that is notes. And the example I am going to train you for proration is this one. Salary changed in the mid of the month, 16th March, 62,000. How we can pay an employee for a split of the amount for first 15 days previous salary, next to 16 days latest salary. This is the example I am going to talk about. And these are the setup steps I will be going through. And below is the fast formula that I am going to use. All the details are there in the notes. So this is how I am saying that I try to ensure that nothing you will miss out of this because of not giving that. Then fast formulas, fast formula basis, so many things I put setup steps, important point. Then some simple fast formula to refer to. Then because fast formulas 2-3 times we will see, right? 2-3 different things are there. Proration also one more fast formula like this. Then I said, right, EAT versus SAT. If you see, in school days we used to put a page, in a page if you put, we used to put a column separation wherein I draw a line and left side one component's properties and right side one component's property. For example, chemistry we used to say them, this is acidic in nature, this is basic in nature, like that. It will turn into pale yellow, it will turn into pale pink or blue, whatever it is. So like right here if you see, this security exists based on responsibility in EAT. You see the same 5th point, no security. 6th point if you see, it is a KFF, SAT. Here if you see 6th point is DFF. So when you go for an interview or anytime you want to refer, more than this details, what else you want. So that's how I try to put all the details in the notes. Yeah. So you needed very casting example. So what example we will talk, and retro pay. You see initially I used to tell this data, but later down the line, sometime later I gave more details. You see now, like that. Again further I enhanced it, latest notes on retro. See if you see further more details, these many details, one by one I try to put, if you see, right. So I am keep on enhancing it based on the requirements of the students as well. So this is salary basis, again batch processing also some steps I commented below, I gave further detailed steps, something like that. So wherever I wanted to have little more details, then personalization this is the I'm ensuring that notes is given. Now one more important point I want to say, this much I said, right, I will be a trustworthy trainer, I wanted to be like that. How am I ensuring that none of the topics are missed out by my training? So I said these many points. What is the guarantee that I'm ensuring all the topics are taught to you? Simply, if you go to any of the folder, I'll have again the same document copied but with underscore with the student names. Open that. If you see, this is my ongoing batch. So, these are the topics whichever are completed. I will ask the student today I completed topic. Tomorrow I'll ask you practiced. Yes. Any doubts you have? Yes. Clear up the doubts. No. No doubts. Then update it to done. Like that. So every topic I will be updating it to done in front of you guys. May not be daily, but once in 2-3 days, so that neither I am missing anything nor you are missing anything. Because out of, see, though we intentionally we don't do, but out of like in a flow we tend to miss few topics. That also I do not want to have it here. So everything will be genuinely covered up in my entire content. So it takes, that's what it is, 30 to 40 hours it takes based on the how much you are grasping, how many times you are getting doubts and all. So the 10 hours time is there buffer. So that's how I mentioned. See, now these topics are done, the others are not done. So I haven't put it done. So then again before starting core HR, I went to payroll. Then these are the things covered, and the things these are not covered yet. So that is how I'm ensuring that none of the topics are missed. This is all about me. I talked about around an hour. Okay, 1 hour we completed. Now I'll give it to you one by one. So you please let me know your fair feedback, any comments, any more information, anything. Then I'll give you a small demo in the application. Okay. So I am giving to you first Basha. Please let me know your feedback and all any inputs or doubts, clarification, whatever you want to clarify now.
Yeah, yes, Krishna. Uh, okay, looks like you clarified already, but just I'm putting my view.
Okay.
There is, I think, the OTL is a module is missing. I think.
Correct.
Maybe some other important module because being it depends on the client how many modules they are using and prioritizing the major work we handle there. Even though we have more than 10 modules in HRMS, most of the clients may not be using, or most of the time the developer or the functional may not require to do some extraordinary work there. So it will be just lying on the business mesh systems.
Correct.
So I am not sure whether only these 3 modules are sufficient to survive in HRMS world. That is one. I feel you have the content you have made is very in detail, particularly in the modules. I feel that it's very detailed way, and also your explanation speaks about your experience. You have very strong experience in that. As you suggested, I will also be going through the other trainers demo. It takes some time me to decide where to join and when to join, right? So it's obviously it's required to attend other trainers as well.
Perfect, Basha. That's true. Yeah. So as you said, right, one point is key here, Basha. That yes, these 3 modules, how far it will make to retain or sustain an industry for HRMS. Yes, that's like even I am not questioning on that. What you can say, I can understand that, and I'm accepting it as well. Basically, many other people, right, instead of having only this thing, yes, either they'll go with OTL basically, or advanced benefits and recruitment. These 3 are the most frequently used modules other than the 3 that we are covering here, correct? So either of these things will be used by some customers, I understand, but yeah, that's how it works, Basha. So one suggestion what I can see is after attending other trainer, other demo, if you want these 3 modules, one option is you can attend these 3 modules at once, and other things which I am not covering, you can attend at other ends. So that is an option what I can give, what I was giving others also, in case if you are still interested. So otherwise, right, that's true here. Whatever you said, absolutely correct. And I first thing I am not a eligible candidate to give training, because though I know those things, I worked here and there, I said, no, in the initial days of my career. But I'm not, I cannot be qualified as a trainer for those things. So I never took those things, and I cannot train on the other models, Pasha. And thanks for your fair feedback. Okay, thanks for that. Now let us move on to Minu. Yeah, Minu, just let me know. Yeah.
Giridhar, I want to say only this,
Yes,
everything is
Krishna.
new for me.
Minu,
I am,
Minu, I'm Krishna.
sorry, Krishna.
Yeah. Giridhar
Krishna.
Krish. Yeah.
Okay. So, Krishna, everything is new for me because I'm a HR professional. I only do the recruitment and
Correct. Minu, your
these things. Hello?
last line was broken.
Hello?
Your last line was broken.
Hello. I'm saying I'm an HR professional, so everything is new for me. I just do only the recruitment, the selection, and the salary calculation, attendance management, absence management as well. So everything is new for me. So I do the recruitment of IT. So I heard all these things which you mentioned in your content. So I find out the things in the requirement. So I feel the learn all these things. I feel interested in that, so I wanted to recollect my technical knowledge, my the HR knowledge into this. So I feel this study will going to be interesting for me, so I will take this next week time, like the coming Monday or Tuesday. I will decide and I will join your classes.
Okay, thanks for that, Minu. Anything else you want to check with me now?
Yes.
Anything
No, nothing. No.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and Basha, yourself, anything else you want to check with me?
Yeah, one thing, Krishna, maybe I don't know whether it's the right questions before the class starts.
No problem.
Basically,
Basha.
there are US. How many HR we have, like global HR we see, and US specific? Is it country specific, or is the organization choice whether to go for global HR or country specific HR?
Yeah, so to answer that little bit background is, first thing, Basha, anything, see, if you take some standalone application, something Google, Gmail, so that is something like it's an independent application which is same for everyone in the entire world, but still you have something called google.co.in, google.co.uk, correct? Why is that? Because so that they will see their own country related things which will make the site more interesting, right? Same way, that is to make it appeal. But here, basically to make it appealing, okay? But here, right, applications is something, it is not for appealing purpose, it is a mandatory purpose wherein, simple reason I'll say, in India, if you see, there is a person form. See, if at all you attend my demo in shortly, then again you will understand more clearly. But anyway, now that you asked the question, everything, payroll is something like whom you will run payroll for an employee, for a person, right? Basically, so for a person means what, he will be in some or the other country in the corner of the world, at least somewhere some country he is working on, right? So the country will have its own specific rules. So for example, in India we have 10, 20, 30% slabs for tax, okay? And then the mandatory cards will be Aadhaar card number or PAN card number. In UK the taxation will be different, US taxation will be different, US will have state tax and country tax, something like that. But in US you have some SSN numbers, social security number. For UK it is NI number, national identifier number. So there each country has unique identifiers, right? Given that,
Yes.
Oracle, what it does, there are two different teams sitting in Oracle company, okay, in Oracle organization from development side. One will be a core team. Core team means core payroll, for example. What they will do, they will core HR team or else. Core HR team, what they will do, they will create a form wherein it will ask about first name, last name, gender, date of birth, all those basic details which are there for every human being in the entire world, irrespective of any country, okay, common components, okay, that will be developed and built by core team, which will be given as a patch by Oracle, okay, one patch. Then that will be common to every country in the entire world, that is one patch. Second thing is, for India country, suppose if I am working for a client or Tata or some anything you take, any customer you take Wipro or anyone you take, then Reliance. So they are based out Indian, and they are for India organizations because they also have businesses in other countries. But when they come to Indian organization, we need to apply one more patch called Indian team patch, which is called Indian localization patch. What does it contain? As I was saying, India specific country rules, wherein tax rules and the card number. Simple example is Aadhaar card number. So in that instance, suppose if I am working from Hyderabad implementation we talked, right? In Hyderabad implementation, what will apply? Core given patch, which is common for across countries, and Indian patch will apply in Hyderabad location. So that in that instance, in that application, in the every form, you can see all that rules which are related to or sensible to Indian employees. Okay, so if Hyderabad employee says what is your SSN number, if it is made mandatory field and ask, what does it mean? It is nonsense, right? So instead I should ask what is your Aadhaar card number, I can ask, or PAN card number I can ask, correct? Like for a UK employee I should not ask again Aadhaar card number, for that you need to ask NI number. So every countries will have their own specific patches. That is second patch. First is core patch. On top of that, country specific patch will be applied. So those two patches together will be there in every page, every form, whichever we learn. Okay, when it comes to Oracle payroll and HR. Understood?
Yeah, yeah.
So that is
Got
what
it,
we need to
Thanks.
learn. That is what will be. So what base I am doing is an UK thing, which is second largest customer base, second most complex payroll application is for UK only. That so many rules are there, so many tax rules, so many legislative requirements are there. So much I said, customers are using hundreds of payrolls. So you can't believe yet the number of things, because I'm not supposed to say all that. But so huge data, so vast setups will have for UK. That is second largest country, not primary. Primary is US, Mexico, and Canada. Okay, so then we will talk on basing US as UK as an example. But when you work for Arab countries, you will be having Arabic patch, which is given by some team related sitting in Oracle building. Arabic patch they will give. I mean, Arab that country south of what do you call, Saudi Arabia or Sudan or Qatar, any other Gulf country. So that patch there will be some GCC patch, they'll say some GCC country. So that corresponding patch will be applied on your company if you are working in GCC. So those rules only you will see there. Okay, I hope I made it little clear to you, Basha.
Yeah, it's clear. Sir.
Yeah,
thanks a lot.
Yeah, and anything else you want to check with me?
That's it from my side.
And Meenu?
Nothing from my side.
Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll quickly give a small demo for 10 minutes like that, 10 to 15 minutes. So then you can, again, we will end up our demo, because I haven't shown you anything application as still now, or more than 1 hour we were talking only. So find it, Basha and Meenu, 10 to 15 minutes, we'll have a quick demo. Okay? Basha?
Sure. Okay.
Basha, okay, right?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
Sure, Krishna.
Okay, what I will do, this demo, see, again, in my daily classes, I will give in my application there, my own, the place where I work, that my company specific things. But actually, in the demo days, right, those things I will be giving on the instance where you will be given access to. Either after you pay the amount, you will give the server access. That is the instance I am going to show, so that you will also get a feel of that. Okay, and sometimes need basis, there also I will give training. Okay, either of the things. Okay, now. Just give me a minute, I'll come out, we'll connect to that instance remotely. Just I'll unshare my screen, and in a minute I'll be back.
Sure.
Thanks. Yeah, Basha and Meenu, you're able to see my screen right now. Hello, Basha. Hello, Meenu.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you're able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, Basha, it seems he's away. Basha, there? Hello, Basha. Okay, you're able to hear me? Okay. So whenever you join any organization, for example, today I joined this organization. Now I was given a link, this URL will be given. I'll be given a browser. I have to click on that URL. It will ask me for the username password. And this is our server wherein we all do a lot of practice, right? So some operations user will be given, some dummy user basically. In real time what we'll get a username called Krishna and some password, welcome or whatever it is. But in dummy user, this is where we are getting. So it is now, as soon as I log in, it is launching an applet. This is called applet. So this applet, if it reads, right, Closing this window will cause Oracle palm-based application to close immediately, losing any unserved data. This window may be minimized safely at any time and may be closed once all work in Oracle palm-based application is complete. What is it saying is, don't close it. If you close that, application will be closed. So this is just a dummy page which is to kick off the application. Okay, but we should not close it. If you close it, application will be closed. So keep it minimized always. So this is called Oracle application. So one moment. So this is what called Oracle application. This is also very popularly known as professional user interface, PUI. Why it is professional user interface? Because only professional people will be given access to this application. Who are professionals? A HR guy is a professional. A system administrator is a professional. A payroll administrator is a professional. Application developer is a professional. They are professionally trained to do some activity on the farm, this application. So this will be given access to only professionals. Suppose 10,000 employees are there in an organization. All 10,000 employees can apply for their leaves. They can see their salary. They can update their personal information. But they are not called professional. They are doing daily some activity, some work which is not related to this application. But why are they given that login page and username password here? To see their data. Gajanan, welcome back here.
Yeah, sure.
So again,
Yeah,
you got
thank you,
some
Krishna,
problem.
for it.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, actually there is a problem with my Wi-Fi. I'm not sure.
Okay, so nothing
Yeah.
much you lost, Gajanan. It is just I was giving a brief intro to application only. I just started with application. So wherein I just logged in. After anyway, you know this details, right? How do we log in and all? So URL will be given, username,
Yeah.
password will be given. I just launched application. So this application is known as
Sure.
professional user interface, PUI. Okay. So now I was detailing that only. So simply speaking, right, employees will not be given access to, all employees will not be given access to this application. Instead, they will be given access to only self-service pages, wherein they can see their data only, but they are not supposed to do some common activity like HR guys and all, right? So it's common sense. So only this is called PUI. Point number one to understand. Now there are three keywords we learn now. Anytime, anytime you are given a job means what? You are supposed to do some work for free of cost. No one will give you a job and no one will pay you, right? So work, what is that I am chosen for? Means I am a HR guy, so all my works will be related to HR related aspects. If I'm a payroll administrator, all my works will be related to payroll administration. Likewise, so related works will be given, right? So that is called a role basically. What is my role in an organization? Based on my education, based on my past experience, my role will be decided. So that role is, in Oracle terminology, it is called as responsibility. So Oracle in English meanings will be little different here, but Oracle uses little terminology, different terminology. Though the names are known to us, the words are known to us, but the usage is little different. So responsibility here is you are obliged to do some activity, you are supposed to do some activity. What is your role is known in Oracle applications as responsibility. That is point number one. So now the responsibility that I have selected is here shown, UK HRMS manager. Now, as a UK HRMS manager, I am supposed to do some 10 activities, for example. One is hiring an employee, second is maintaining the data, third is terminating that employee, fourth is something like running, entering the payroll related details. Likewise, there are some 10 activities, think once. Now, all these 10 activities I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. But instead, there will be, if you see only 10 activities, but what if there are 100 activities to be performed by that HRMS manager? Then there will be some grouping is needed. All hiring related works will be in one group. Firing related works will be in one group. Maintaining works will be one group. Like so, that grouping is nothing but a menu. Here all the works are grouped into menus. So a responsibility will be having multiple different kind of works, right? So that means those many different groups will be there. So those many different menus will be attached to a responsibility. Now two words we understood. One is responsibility, the other is menu. Menu is nothing but a collection of works, simply put. Now responsibility is nothing but is a role. Okay, a role will have work, right? So that's what responsibilities will have multiple menus. Now again, a menu I said na, collection of related works. So now each work is called function in Oracle application. See how unfortunate it is. Function meaning in our English is something like it's a celebration, but in Oracle it is a work which is most painful, which is opposite of celebration we can say. So that's how Oracle uses the English words here. So function in Oracle terminology nothing but refers to a work, a unit of work, a minute granule of Oracle application is a function. So less than a function, no work is there. Basically, you can think like that. Now, to put everything together, a responsibility will contain multiple menus. Each menu will contain all related works, which are called as functions. So menu is a collection of function. Responsibility is a collection of menus. Simply, you can say like that. So that is the flow. Now, this is a responsibility. People is a menu, and these enter and maintain new hire folder. These are all functions. Now, this people is one menu. Fast path is another menu, recruitment is another menu. Under recruitment, again multiple related functions will be there. See these many functions. Recruitment, requisition and vacancy, recruitment activity, applicant pick entry, like that. So these are all small works, right? These are called functions. Now, so these are the function which is there attached to a menu, and multiple menus like that attached to a responsibility. That is the basic structure. Now there are a lot of other things, some main menu, sub menu, that all we'll talk later. And let us not try to get everything in the demo day only. Now, so this is about the basic structure. Now a responsibility contain menu. A menu can contain only function or some submenus also. Submenu simple. Again submenu will have what? Again further function. Like simple. Okay. Now nothing much in this. Now I'll click on one menu called enter and maintain. Sorry, one menu called people. Now I'm clicking on function called enter and maintain. Here is the place where every HR guy comes to create an employee and enter the details. Now, today I want to talk a little bit on day tracking, which Gajanan might be aware of now. So, but Basha and Minute will be new. So, that demo, small demo, maybe 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, we'll wind it up. Now, I'm creating one employee called Krishna, July, last week, demo. Now, how many color of fields you are seeing? Meenu, how many colors you are able to see? Field colors. Hello, Meenu, there? Okay. Meenu.
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, how many colors you are seeing in the farm?
Yellow, only one color.
And white and gray, right?
White and gray, yes.
Now, what can you think over these fields? What stands for what? Yellow means.
Sorry?
Yellow means any difference you can make out between these colored fields?
Yes.
What is
I think there is some correct field. Sorry, wrong field.
Wrong.
I didn't get your question actually.
Question is, what is the difference you can think of with the colors? What is the difference between yellow and white?
I don't have any idea.
When fields are given different colors, definitely there will be some meaning, right? There will be some reason for the different colors. So yellow represents all mandatory fields. Without entering data, the application will not allow you to save it. Mandatory means yellow in entire application, not only HRMS. Okay, mandatory means yellow. Optional means white. White means optional. You can enter. See, these many optional fields are there. So in the entire form, now you can see only one mandatory. Okay. All others are optional. You can enter or not, do not enter, it doesn't matter. You can save the details. But without entering mandatory called yellow color fields, you cannot save the form. Okay, that is. Now third flavor is gray color. This gray color is something like the control will be not with us, it will be with the system. Application only will show some fields based on the other field selection. Okay, now if you see now, this is not having any value, this is not having any value, this is not having any value. Now I am creating an employment, create person type as employee. Okay. As soon as I selected, it made this employee as yellow color. Now second mandatory field became, and here it is automatically shown as employee. Okay, so this control of this gray color fields will be with the application, not with us. Okay, these three are different fields. Now let us move on further. Now I'm entering some data birth as well here. Save it. It will give you a message now. Now this message, as Basha you are asking, right? what kind of core patch or something you said, na, something common group or something you're asking about payroll. I was saying that two patches it will have. One is the core patch, which will have all last name, first name, title. These are all columns, and birthday, town number. These are all. So these are irrespective of any country. You can find these details. Okay, age, status, all these things, gender, and action creation, all that. Okay, but now the number is in something NI number. It is specific to UK. I said right. Second patch will be there, which will apply the country specific rules and regulations. So here it is because of UK related instance. I am logged in with some UK corresponding username and chosen UK corresponding responsibility. Responsibility name is show in a. Okay, I'll show it quickly because I want to show this one because this is applied with the UK patch along with the first core patch is applied. Then on top of the UK patch is applied. So you can see the NA number. For US patch, it may be here instead of NA, you may see SSN number. This field may not be here. This field may be here. They can change the alignment as well. So that is the key here to understand. Okay, is that clear, Basha? Okay, you're on mute again. So that is one point. Yeah, clear, Basha?
Yes, Krishna, it's clear.
So here again,
we most of the time we work for US, so we see the SSN number there.
Correct.
You are right.
Now this nationality also. If you see, British is coming because for US it will not be British. For India it will not be British. It will be Indian. Correct. So these kind of defaulting things and all will be resulted because of applying the country specific patch, which is mandatory for you to begin your business. Otherwise you cannot work, right? In UK in your working means these are all to be there for you to enter the data. If I don't enter NA number and create in records to 100 employees, then who will enter NA numbers for them, which is the unique identifier? And why they did not give it mandatory here? Because for some other business reason, that is country to country differs. So only it is giving you the information. You have not entered an NA number for this employee. Okay, you can ignore that. This is just a note. Okay, one record saved. Okay, now here what happened? Why you created one record? So for example, I joined this organization today, 29 July. So okay, I gave my details to the HR guy in a written form. So I gave my all because how they will know my word date and all. I would have given these details. Along with these details, I also gave my marital status as single. Okay, but the HR guy forgot to enter marital status in this field. He created a record. Then this application, again I'm reiterating, this application will be given access to only HR employees, and the employee can see, because I myself can see this data by logging into self-service application only, not here. Okay, remember that. Now today is 20th July, on 9th suppose 10th August, some 10 days later I logged into my application and I've seen my details, and I found that marital status is missing in the application. So where I found it on self-service page, I saw it. We are not seeing that now. On a different screen, the same data will be shown, right, for my employee data. So there I saw that it is missing, but when I saw it is on 10th August, 10 days later. Then what I did, I got immediate like a little upset kind of thing. Immediately I called up HR guy on 10th August saying that, boss, why you missed my data, though I entered clearly that my marital status is single, why the hell you missed it? Then HR guy apologized to me and saying that you will immediately correct it, it's my mistake. So then he wanted to correct it. Then what he'll do, he'll log into the application, he'll query my record, again by F11 control, that all will talk. He'll query my record and he notices that my marital status is really missed. But when is this happening? On 10th August. Now there is one beautiful feature called date tracking. Okay, date tracking means you can change the date of this entire application either back in the time or in the future. Now I am saying that in 10th August that something happened in a story like that I'm telling you. So now I can make this application entire date to 10th August by clicking on this field. It is called alter effective date. I'm altering the effective date. From what date? From today to, I can even go back to any date. 1st Jan also I can go back like this. I can go back to 1st Jan also. I can go back to 1st Jan 2000 also. Anytime I can go back, provided the day record is there in the application. Okay. Now 10th August is what I planned. On 10th August I said what I saw my details in a self-service and I called HR guy. Now this activity is done by HR guy, not me. Okay. As an HR guy, he's doing, he logged into application and date track to 10th August because this discussion is happening on 10th August. Now she's going to change the marital status to single. That's an LOV. Now as soon as I selected single, it is asking me update and correction. Now what should be the mode here? Shall I select update or correction? Meenu, can you answer this?
Update.
Why update? Read the next, the text behind that button. And tell me why update. Hello, Meenu.
Yes, I am listening. Just wait. Because there is no history was earlier, so that's what we update that. If we go for the correct existing information, then there is no all existing information was there, so that we can correct it.
Okay, but
Might be I'm wrong.
No, you are trying to relate it with the exact English sentences here, but the thing is, see, update and correction means what is, I want to keep a track of the previous transactions. In that case, I will go for update. Now tell me, simply I'll ask you, is there any day from 29 July is my joining date, right? From 29 July, what is my marital status? Is it single or anything else? Real status, correct status is, original status is single or not from 29 July? Meenu, it is single only, right?
Yes, before update that?
No. Question is, from 29 July, in English I am asking, don't look at application. 29 July, my marital status is single or not? From 29 July, ever since I joined this organization, I was single only, right?
Yes, correct.
So, that's all. Then that's something, because payroll clerk's mistake, but he did not enter the data. Now we are correcting that mistake, correct?
Okay, got it. We go for the previous date, and on that date we correct the information and update.
So, but you need not go to previous day, because on 10th August this happened, right? I saw my data. That's what so only I was very clear on the date. On 10th August I seen my data from self-service and I called HR guy, and HR guy is away on 10th August. The one option is I can go back to 29 July and do something correction also. That is fine. But at any point of time I can do, if I click on correction, what will happen? This data will be corrected as on that. Means, see, for example, with a pencil, if you write something and if you correct it, means what? You will remove the previous thing and make it clear, right? Correct, no? You will correct it from the scratch. It is not that something you are putting with a different color. So simply put, here correction if I take, what will happen? 29 July onwards, my record will be updated with single status. As simple as that. Now this will be better understood if I tell you next thing, okay? Now assume that, leave this one here. Now assume that, so from 29th July, I am single status, it is correctly updated in the application. Next, someone else is joining. Next, what he'll do, on, for example, on the, suppose 10th September, on 10th September, my dad has called me and said that my match got fixed. My marriage got settled, and my marriage date is also fixed, which is 25th October. Okay. Someone who joined, Ruchi joined. Okay. Hello, Ruchi. Hello, Ruchi. Hello, Ruchi.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Ruchi.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Ruchi.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Ruchi. So actually we are having a demo now.
Sorry.
No late, Ruchi.
Okay.
I was also, about to say sorry only because though he said 11:15 is the class time, now it is little extended because currently I'm in a demo. Maybe in another 5 to 10 minutes I'll wind it up. Then we'll go ahead with the class. Okay. We'll start. Okay. Be online only. Nothing wrong in that. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe some 10 minutes max. Okay. Anyway, let others also join. At least I'm expecting 4 or 5 people today for the class to start. So Giridhar said 6 members. Let us see. So anyway, we need to wait for them. So please go on mute, and you can go back and come back around 15 minutes later also.
Okay, fine. Then I will come back after 15 minutes.
Yes, that will
you.
make sense. Yeah. Okay. Bye. No. So I was saying, right, on 10th September, on 10th September, my dad called me and said that I am getting married on 25th October. Now, so this my dad told me on 10th September. Immediately I called HR guy thinking that last time only screwed it up. My data he did not update correctly. At least this time let me make it clear. So on 10th September, immediate after my dad told me, I called HR guy, said that boss, now today I came to know that my marriage is fixed on 25th October. Now you update the record in the application that I am married. I will be married on 25th October. Don't do stupid mistake like earlier. Kind of warning I have given to my HR guy. So what happened? Then HR guy thinks that he is a mad fellow. Earlier only made a big scene for small issue. Now at least this time I will be little more careful. Bolke, he'll log into application and he need to update it to the marriage status. Correct? Now when I called HR guy is on 10th September. Correct? Now I will ask you simple question. When I came to know that I am getting married is on 10th September. Now tell me, this transaction happened on 10th September, right? But I am getting married on 25th October. Now HR logged into application immediately on the same day and is querying. Okay. Now Ruchi, Meenu, can you tell me what is the date I should select to change the status of this employee to married? Can you tell me once? Date on which HR person should update this record to married. Should it be on 10th September?
25 October.
Why 25th October?
Because after 25 October, he will be get married, na?
Correct. So for that
and
reason,
on 10 September, his match is fixed. He is not married.
Correct. So it should be on 10 September. As on 10 September, it should be what?
Single.
Correct. So unfortunately, this application went down here very bad. So on 25th October, I should change the date of the system. Now HR should change the date of system to 25th October and select to married here. Correct. Then next, after selecting, there will be again same thing now, because application is down here. It is reconnecting. So meanwhile, we'll talk theory. Then also it will ask you for update and correction mode. What mode you should select? Hello, Meenu. What mode it should select? That time it will again ask for update or correction mode. Able to hear me, Meenu?
I'm able to hear you, but I'm a little bit confused in here to select the options.
No, you think once. See now, from 29 July is what my record started, right? 29 July, I am getting married on 25th October, correct? Now question is, till 25th October, what will be my status? Basha, I have seen
It's
your
not married.
No, from 29 July to 24th October, what is my marital status? Normal English I'm asking.
It was single.
Single.
It was single.
Single. Then from 25th October, it will be married, correct?
Sure.
Then application should show the correct status or not. Correct. So basically, to replay the correct status in the application, we will select update mode there. Update mode, so that it will have two transactions. One is 29th July to 24th October as single status. From 25th October to end of time, it will be married status. Two records will be there in the system. Now I'll reconnect it here. One moment. I'll close this and reconnect. Stupidity. Suddenly this correct time it went in. Okay, just I'll have unshare the screen. One moment. So yeah, yes, Meenu, hi. So you want to leave now?
I have some work, so I
So
have
5
to
minutes.
leave.
5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. I can.
So that's nothing here. So it came up. It seemed net was problem there. Now it application came. So now I was saying, right, on 10th September, now what we'll do, now, so we were thinking, right, like it should be on 25th October, first point, because though we came to know on 10th September, it should be the actual date is when the effective, when the marriage is getting happening on 25th October. So on 25th October, marital status will be changed to married. Now update we should select, okay, as per discussion. Save it. If you see 25th October new date came. So this is for end of time. Now it 25th October, right? Now if you see go back, what is the beauty is at any point of time before 25th October, if you see 25th September or August, na, his status was single. That is the beauty. So you can go back and front in future in the application anytime by using alter effective date and see the real status at that point of time. Date is shown here. Real status 29 July to 24th October. He is with a single record. Okay. Now where we can say I'm making it faster. Here you can see change history. Next to that button, alter effective date. Next button is that date track history. There you can see two records are there. One is from the previous, the other is the gray color indicates the previous record. This all we'll talk later. Right? You are in hurry, right? So full history will show you the full detail along with the change summary. Change field will be this one. All details will be same. Changes here married and single. You can see the difference. Okay. Otherwise all the details will be shown. This will be there. So now we'll little bit if you rush now, then two things I want to say is one is from where this data will be saved is in the record history. You can see per people view, this is a view, but actual table name is per all people. So as from technical perspective, I said, right, I am a techie guy. So basically I try to put many of the table and I prepared a document here wherein hundreds of, and it need not be hundreds, so many of the important tables from payroll, concurrent program and all the things, each individual component wise I have prepared a list. That document I will be mailing you, and also some profiles. So that is what I was putting in this one. You see here. In every topic, I have given all payroll, see payroll related profiles and payroll related database tables. Likewise, so for HR also, see here HR related profiles, HR related tables, and here if you see system related profiles and database table, like that. So then that is the another thing. Another thing what I wanted to say is important docs are there. The docs, see for student. So this is the table list, KRL table. You see here, this is what, so if you see a payroll related table, balances tables, user tables, all the important table list along with the column names and all I put it, likewise profiles also. That is one point I want to say. Next, if you see where we can see the data, for furthermore there is something here. If you see this talks about the form related thing, which form, which site, all that. You can see this is part of the form for every form, current form you can see here. What is the version, what is the date and all, what is the path and all, you can see. You'll get to know what we can say. Moreover, you can query for this employee data from backend. That is what I'm little more interested. But on this instance, right, it is instance, we won't give an access to this examine field. See, this is not there. But otherwise, you'll get the person ID in real time. I'll show you how to get the person ID. Once you get the person ID, now you can connect to a database, any database. So here you can see that then this is the query. You can see some person ID you'll get, suppose some that is some 1 2 3 4 5. Then you can connect to database, and this query if you click now, it will get you the data. Simply because I'm not in the network, so it won't show. Otherwise, if you query this one, it will get you the data. The details, two records will be shown. This also will see in real time class. Okay, that's about my demo here. I'm done with my demo. Anything else you want to add, you can add, or you can query with me, or yeah, we can wind up for now if nothing is there. Meenu, you want to go, Alina? Anything else you want to check with me now?
No, nothing else.
Fine. So get in touch with.
I can join you later on, and I'll. Yeah, sure. I'll get in touch.
Okay. So
thank
yeah,
you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you, Varsha. Bye bye.
Wish you all the best. Yeah. Take care. Bye bye.
Take care.
Thank you everyone. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye. And Basha, yourself.
Yeah. Nothing else from my end, Krishna, for now.
Okay.
We'll be in touch with your people.
Okay. So get in touch with Girdhar here. Wish you all the best. Okay. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Yeah. Rajanan. Gajanan there?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Gajanan, go on.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. Sorry.
Yeah, anything else you want to check with me?
No, that's it. Like, yeah, I have seen the course content. It is like, yeah, it is full of the material. Yeah, like I have seen you are covering so much of application knowledge and all about core HR and etc. I wanted to learn on these three modules only because I know these three modules are the heart of HCF.
Correct.
Because if you know the three modules, then only you can go for other modules.
Correct.
If you have the knowledge of three modules, these three modules, then you can on yourself you can learn the other modules.
Correct.
That for sure.
True. And
So
moreover for
what I'll do,
you,
I'll just think
yeah.
and
Yes,
huh?
Gaja. Yeah, correct, correct. As you are a very well, I mean, you're well versed in advanced benefits, right? So you needn't worry of the other things also. Yes, as you said, correct.
Yeah, as you said, this few things of core HR, even I know those things like business groups,
Huh.
security profiles, few about responsibility, but not in that much detail. I don't know
Correct, correct.
in
From
that
advanced
much.
benefits perspective, right? You won't need those details, that much detail, correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So that's what Gajanan. So that you can get in touch with Girdhar. Yeah, he'll give you all the details. Okay. So actually, what is happening right today? It's been at least from 3 weeks. We are keep on postponing the batch, thinking that this last week only I had. This is fourth demo for me. So 9 people I
yeah,
gave demo till now, and you this batch 3 more, right? So 12 people till now. So out of that nine, six
okay,
committed. It seems Girdhar said. So we are actually waiting. So now he gave some time as 11:15 to some people and 12 it seems for other people. I don't know for what reason he gave different time. But either way, my point of saying here is like I'll be starting a batch today for both weekdays and weekend, but not a problem. You as I requested you attend other demos also. For all the missed out classes, I can like cover up because it won't be much, right? Maybe hardly 2 or 3 classes you'll be missing up even if you come it by next week. So I can take up in the next
okay.
weekend. Okay. Either way, you
Yeah,
give an update to Giridhar. Okay. And yeah, I wish you all the best and thanks for joining my demo, Gajana and Basha.
yeah. Thank you so much, Krishna.
Thanks a lot.
I'll update the grid now.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, take care. Yeah, bye, bye, bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Basha, bye.